It's clear to me from the discussions this morning and indeed components of my presentation that trust, that having blended services that serve the consumer as they want to be served are absolutely paramount to success.
Major changes happening in the industry, in the auto financing industry overall. Our industry, it's about the autonomous driving, it's about electric vehicles, it's about sharing economy, and it's about changing of products. And one key part we discussed this morning is the question of subscription models. How will subscription models influence the car finance industry in the future? And how can it help to be a major product for the consumer and also for the finance companies to really make a change in their business setup?
As I said in my presentation, those will succeed with new mobility who have good access to devices, not saying cars, but devices which bring us from A to B in future, which have a good access to places, because if we talk physical goods, devices, we need places for handover, for refurbishment, for key-to-key, for washing, for repair, and who have access to good and strong balance sheets, because any device is a physical good, but it's also an asset, and this needs to find a good home at a good balance sheet.
No, I think first and foremost we are in the midst of transformation from ICE combustion engine into electric vehicles, and the role of captive financing and introducing equipment as a service has never been more important for our customer. There's also a clear customer case driving productivity going into electric trucks and machines, and we have proof of that now with our major strategic key accounts ordering electric vehicles from us.
We found a lot of new information, I think, about what the new subscription models and other business models can actually contribute to the industry. I thought we've evolved quite a bit, actually, compared to maybe last year around, where we saw maybe the conceptual models described and such, but we see more of the guardrails on how to make these business models work in a lot more detail, and I appreciated that.
Well, I would say we've been discussing first the energetic transition, so the transition towards electric vehicles. Are we ready? Is the infrastructure there? Are the customer able to cope with this change? Are they understanding what is happening today? I think we gave a number of answers. The second was utilization versus ownership. We've been talking a lot about subscription. So this seems to be, on top of the pops, as you would say, and in people's mind, probably one of the ways to cope with this transition towards electric vehicles. And therefore, I think it was a very good panel where we tackle what is really happening today in changing times.
I think that the new mobility trials, and there are many, will get under pressure in the upcoming crisis. There are many dimensions of crisis. It will accelerate consolidation in the sharing, in the subscription, in the multimodal. And then not one winner, but some winners will take it all over time. And over time, it will develop the real, viable and feasible and desirable approaches for the future.
However, I somewhat doubt the OEMs speak when they go like, okay, we're going to reduce the supply to dealerships or to customers eternally in order to ensure that there's enough profitability in the market as such. So I would be doubtful to that, because ultimately they're manufacturers and they're paid for generating and producing cars. So the more the better probably is the one takeaway. But I don't think we're going to go back to before crisis modes in any case over the next 12 months.
Well, there are many changes around the corner. First of all, everybody's reading about a change in distribution model, which is again connected to the transition to electric mobility. So we're going to see many things happening between the OEMs and the different dealer networks today, with probably the role of the dealer changing from a reseller to the one of probably a mobility hub or an agent, if you want. On the other hand, we are seeing, we were at the Paris Motor Show, we saw a lot of Chinese OEM coming with very nice products, very modern products with long range, a lot of software and technology inside. So we may expect more to come in the coming months.
Trucks, equipments are getting more expensive, and we need to continue to provide peace of mind, making it easier for the customer to step in. But I am confident, even if we are moving into weaker economic environment, that the demand for electric vehicles is still there.
Right now, the industry will be conflicted with the overall problem of inflation, increasing prices, especially living costs, but gas prices as well. On the other side, we see the prices for interest rates going up, which makes it very difficult for people to afford their living, and we will see some impacts on the payment side. From the consumer side, we will see more defaults, we will see also more repossessions. That's to manage.
With all the turbulation that we've had over the past 12, 18, 24 months, and the market now beginning to ease in respect of new car supply, I think the next 12 months is really going to be a continuation and a slow move towards agency, and indeed the wider engagement and acceptance of that from consumers. Well, Motor Finance Europe is undoubtedly, the most prestigious auto finance event covering the European sector.
Oh, I really love it to be here. It's inspiring, it's a networking meeting, and I think it's of a mutual benefit for everyone to contribute and to take away, understand each other. So jointly, we're shaping the future.
It's really good, it's a great setup, and it's a right time to talk about all the things right now.
So this conference has been another exciting highlight this year because we see not only the key industry players here come together and provide their really very detailed and differentiated views of the industry and where it's going, but we see a lot of more exchange, physical exchange taking place, and I appreciate that, and especially that venue here that Arena has been managing to create. Was very exciting ones.
In the Volvo Group, we say partnership is the new type of leadership, and I think it's extremely important to come together in this kind of constellation, exchange ideas, a lot of cross ideas between the passenger car business and commercial vehicles, but I'm also hearing for the technology company. So they well invested.
I think it's probably one of if not the most important event for motor finance in Europe.